Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV News with some last events in our province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, the Association of Former Youth Volunteers of TayNinhTV province has just held a meeting to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the establishment of TayNinhTV Youth Volunteer Team, September the 25th of 1977, September the 25th of 2022. Former young volunteers also visited Hill 82 Murder Cemetery in Tân Lập Community District, burning incense in memory and spent a minute of silence in gratitude for the sacrifices of young volunteer martyrs who fell for them in independent peace. 45 years ago, following the direction of TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee and the call of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union in TayNinhTV Province, more than 250 young people in the inner city set up to the southwest border to fight for the military units, help the local people overcome the consequences of war, build a life. And after this event, the TayNinhTV Youth Volunteer Team was established, led by Comrade Lam Văn Chương, member of the Standing Committee of the Provincial Youth Union at that time, and took the traditional day as the 25th of September. Only in the invitation to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the establishment of the Youth Volunteer Teams on September 25th, the Association of Former Youth Volunteers of the province built 5 new charity houses worth nearly 370 million Vietnam dong, preparing 7 houses of teammates over 60 million Vietnam dong, and visiting and giving gifts to different members of nearly 130 million Vietnam dong. Coordinates with the Provincial Youth Union to give 30 gifts worth about 30 million Vietnam dong, along with many other practical social activities. On this occasion, the Vietnam Veteran Association also awarded the badge of former youth volunteers to follow alcohol's instruction to 62 officers and members of young volunteers in TayNinhTV province. Over the past time, the functional branches of TayNinhTV city and localities have regularly organized patrols and inspection on the observance of the law on construction and urban order, and thereby discover and find nearly 1 billion Vietnam dong to be paid into the state budget. From the beginning of 2022 up to now, the City Urban Management Department has coordinated with the city's functional departments and wards and communes to organize more than 700 inspections on construction order, and through inspection, nearly 700 inspections have been detected. 40 violating works submitted to the city's People Committee to issue decision to sanction an administrative violation, with a total amount of nearly 1 billion Vietnam dong. In addition, it also supported wards and communes to make records to handle nearly 40 cases of construction violations on land for improper purposes. In addition, more than 600 patrols and inspections were organized to ensure the urban order on the roads in the city. As a result, more than 4,000 cases of trafficking encroaching on roadways, sidewalks, parks, and traffic safety corridors have been cleared, and nearly 400 infringing items seized for administrative handling. In the coming time, the city and localities will continue to strengthen patrols, inspect, and strictly handle cases of violation of the law on construction and urban order, and thereby contributing to raising people's sense of self-discipline towards building an increasingly civilized and modern city.
Eastern Military Hospital Military Region 7 Logistics Department has cooperated with Châu Thành District and Thanh Điền Communist local government to organize medical examination, health consultation, medicine distribution, and 205 gifts for the patients, policy families, people with difficult circumstances of Thanh Điền commune. Also on this occasion, the hospital delegation also organized activities such as free haircut, puppetry for children, and giving 100 gifts. The total cost of medical examination, medicine distribution, and gift giving is worth 150 million Vietnam dong, funded by the Eastern Military Medical Hospital, Military Region 7 Logistics Department. This is a regular job of the hospital in order to show gratitude and deep gratitude to policy families and people with meritorious services to the revolution.
TayNinhTV Youth Union had just implemented a model of the People's Market to reduce plastic waste at Hiệp Ninh Market in Hiệp Ninh World, TayNinh City. The model has become a very practical and meaningful communication activity in many localities. This is a market model that encourages the people and business households to reduce the use of plastic products, say no to single-use plastics, and use environmentally friendly alternatives to plastic. On this occasion, small businesses, the people, and the youth union members can participate in game show Quick Share, get green gifts to answer the questions with prizes about the plastic waste prevention and environmental protection. After the program, the youth union members together distributed 100 leaflets and sell instructing clothes back to the people and small businesses. The situation of livestock in the province has developed stably in 9 months of 2022. The number of livestock increased over the same period. The biggest increase in the big herds were about 210,000 heads, up to 7.4% over the same period. Poultry reached nearly 9 million heads, up to 6.4% over the same period, and the buffalo herd increased by nearly 6%. The province has appraised and commented on 157 livestock development investment projects in a timely manner and in accordance with the regulations, including 137 projects on rising swiftness, and created favorable conditions to attract investors to gradually convert into industrial scale, semi-industrial, and biosafety. The Provincial People's Committee has also approved the investment policy for 16 livestock projects with a total investment of 1,231 billion Vietnam dong. Although in the first quarter there are 19 clusters of African swine fever in the province with about over 500 pigs count, but all 19 outbreaks were controlled and no new outbreak occurred.
On September 26, TayNinh Provincial Library held a contest young historians at the site of Trumit Middle School. This is a meaningful activity, creating a healthy and useful playground and educating children about the nation's historical traditions, attracting young readers to use and effectively exploit the existing resources of the Provincial Library. At the same time, responding to the campaign, Vietnamese children emulate and do well the fighting's uncle taught, and welcome the plan to implement the project on developing reading culture in the community in the province.
Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation is now an inevitable development trend of the country as well as each locality, units, organization, and enterprise. In the context of the fourth industrial revolution and the explosion of information technology today, in digital transformation, in addition to the obvious benefits, there is also a high risk of information insecurity, and therefore, ensuring the network information security for digital transformation must be considered as the focus, the top priority, and indispensable task in the digital transformation process. The digital transformation is now an inevitable development trend of the countries as well as of each locality, units, organization, and enterprise. In the context of the fourth industrial revolution and the explosion of information technology today, in digital transformation, in addition to the obvious benefits, there is also a high risk of information security, and therefore ensuring the network information security for digital platforms must be considered as the focus, top priority, and indispensable task in the digital transformation process. The trends of digital transformation is gradually having a great impact on the people's daily lives. Huge changes in labor productivity, user experience, and new business models have been formed, showing the great growth and impact in today's social life of digital transformation affects on the sectors such as industry, agriculture, commerce, and business activity and services also. In TayNinh province, the leaders of the Provincial Party Committee and the People's Committee also attract special importance to this content, considering digital transformation is one of the special importance for the development of the industry, associates, localities, organizations, and enterprises in the province. And because the process of applying digital transformation will be different in each different field, corresponding to the three main pillars of digital government, digital economy, and digital society. It will bring different benefits to each target group, in which the digital government aims to be a modern, active government, effective action, Digital economy helps businesses transform strongly, reduce operating costs, and increase competitiveness for the businesses. Digital society helps the people enjoy better services, apply more modern technologies in the production and trades. For industry and localities, digital transformation will help strengthen links between departments in the organization and departments that have different jobs. The goals are related to each other and they can be easily grasped thanks to the information on the system. This will help increase the transparency in the organization and optimize the performance of all members in the organization. For the organizations and businesses, digital transformation helps save operating costs, helping businesses have the money short to invest in development plans, and thanks to management models using technology applications, sellers can closer to improve the customer experience. This will increase the competition for businesses to offer products and services that meet the customer needs. TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee also warrants that by 2022, it will be the time to create a formation for digital transformation, and therefore, the Department of Information and Communication has also advised the Provincial People's Committee to deploy many contents such as the Provincial Data Integration Center has been completely upgraded on the most modern technology, ready to serve the needs of the industry and localities. Building a smart city monitoring and operating center, deployed in a smart application. Using this mobile application, user can receive warning, recommendation, emergency information from the government and refers information to the government and some service utilities. Authorities such as responding to the people reflections, paperless meeting, electronic office, e-government, etc. However, the more digital transformation develops, the more exploitation and core data is threatened by many factors. The situation of information security in cyberspace is having very complicated developments. Statistics show that cyber attacks on critical information systems causing incidents in the first 6 months of 2022 are on the increase. In TayNinhTV Province, the Department of Information and Communication also advised the Provincial People's Committee to deploy many contents to ensure the network information security and respond to cyber attack in the area of the province, such as establishing the province cyber security incident response team, including 54 members, consisting of the one leader of the Department of Information and Communication as the team leader. The standing department is full-time security officials information and with the participation of officials in charge of information technology of units, departments, agencies, police, military, telecommunication enterprises in the province. Building a network of security monitoring center (SOC). This is a system to monitor risks of network information insecurity, promptly develop, detect the threat of cyber attacks from inside and outside the province to information system level 3 of the Provincial Data Integration Center. Sharing monitoring data on the National Cyber Security Monitoring Center, supervised for 24/7 by specialized information security officers with full incident response procedures, ensuring a timely response to cyber attacks. Deploying a special data transmission network throughout from the province to the district and commune levels to contribute to ensuring the network information security in the province. Industry, localities, and businesses need to comply with the regulations and principles issued by the Provincial People's Committee, such as full anti-malware software on the computer, training and raising awareness of information security for the officials, public servants, public employees, and employees when performing the operation and the behaviors in the network environment. When building a database application, need to comply with the regulation of the Ministry of Information and Communication on security activities as safe software development. In addition, organizations and businesses also need to ensure information security according to a 4-layer model from the central to local levels. Organize, monitor, and protect professionally, periodically check connections, share with national system, and periodically monitor professional system, thereby promptly participation in the information security market in Vietnam. Moreover, the development of the products of the ecosystem for Vietnam in information security must be mastered by Vietnam. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for the TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.